I just saw what you named yourself on What Together.
Yeah.
Sassy baka. You better watch out for that guy. He's a sussy baka.
It kind of made me laugh, so I put it there.
It's a great term.
I got a minute left. Let's see here. Everything's in court, right? Yes.
Okay, so soup today.
Hoi chat. Hope everyone's having a good day, good
chat.
night, good evening. Thank you, Artemis, for the 4 months member. Says IDKY, but I can never watch on mobile, stuck on buffering. I'm sorry, I don't know how to fix that. YouTube is just weird.
There's a couple weird things with YouTube, yeah. I know Rumble was pissing me off last night. That would not work, the chat bot or anything.
Twitch is any too broad. So Twitch refused to change. I can change it on my own. Boop.
There we go. And
What?
hello to everyone. What's going on?
It didn't work on Twitch because apparently something in my... Apparently I'm not allowed to have the word crazy in my title on Twitch.
God damn it, Twitch.
It gets
This is what I was
auto-modded.
just saying. This is what was I just saying when I'm thinking about multi-streaming chat, and I'm like, of the platforms that I would multi-stream to, I've completely ruled out Twitch, and then moments later, yeah, I can't use crazy in my title for my Twitch. Jesus, come on, guys.
Yeah, I was wondering
This is
why it was not letting
ridiculous.
me change the Twitch title. I was like, oh, it's probably the word racist. Remove the word racist. There's something offensive in your title. Like, what? What? What do you mean it's not the word racist?
That's crazy.
I put the word racist back in and I erased the word crazy and it suddenly works. I'm like, really? Fucking crazy is inappropriate.
That is so crazy. So basically,
Speaking
Crazy
of
Taxi is
crazy-
pre-banned on Twitch.
Yeah. Speaking of crazy, chat, I guess Ethan Klein is so upset that he lost his lawsuit with Denims or whatever, or he's close to losing, that now he's suing iDubbbz for defamation.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to... Wait, there's a couple differences between suing in Canada for defamation and suing in the United States. Not a great position for iDubbbz to be in. I don't know what the defamatory statement was, but iDubbbz is not a Canadian national, is he?
I don't think he is.
Yeah, so that puts him at an inherent disadvantage, I'm sure. But I don't know that Ethan should be suing for that. Like, unless it was some downright defamation per se type shit, like unequivocally called him a PDF file or something, okay, then fine, I guess. But if it's not something that's just blatant, then I'm sorry, Ethan, you're kind of just throwing a bit of a fit, and maybe calm down.
Yeah,
You're starting to get known as the
chill.
creator who just sues people.
I don't know if we talked about this on the last Lawtism chat, but I was correct in that Ethan lost his lawsuit as soon as one of the women pushed back against him, because I genuinely believed that they would.
Yeah, no, I mean, and here's the thing, like, a lot of people have gone at some other Lawtism staff telling them to cope, and, oh, I thought you were luring stuff. It's like, I've said this since the beginning, and I know many lawyers have too. This might be how we feel a case will go, but especially when it comes to copyright law and the fair use defense, it's a fucking gamble between what judge and venue you get and whether or not they're going to actually fight for fair use. I was pretty confident that at least one of them would be found for fair use, but I thought it was actually going to be like Frogan or Caseytron, who added a bit more reaction to it than Denims, who literally just kind of stared and made noises every once in a while. But it shows that, hey, you know, push back and you have no idea how a case might go.
Yeah. But I'll keep an eye on that one. My opinion is if it was in America, Ethan's already lost. The thing is, it's not in America, so I can't really comment on it.
Yeah, I don't know if they have, like, true malice standards or anything for public figures and stuff like that. I know some things I think it's a lower bar to hit defamation in Canada than it is in the United States. But that's, like, really all I know about it.
Because if they were both in Canada, they could both probably just sue back and forth on defamation.
Yeah. And Emblyon, you made it in time. We're just starting.
But chat, I have 2 videos today. The first one only a part of the video because it's like a collection of cases. But the first one, it's the full thing. And I've skipped ahead a little bit so we don't get spoiled on what happens. Because again, they spoil
one of those breakdowns. Yeah, I don't know why they'll always like this is kind of an annoyance to me. But a lot of these court cam channels, what they'll do is they will put the big thing that happens in the courtroom right at the front, and then it's like, why even bother watching the other stuff?
Yeah, you already spoiled it. You got to let it build. It's the fun part.
I do not enjoy the Japanese method of advertising, where they just tell you the big thing.
Anyways, chat, I hope Ava enjoys these. I don't believe Ava has seen either of them. They were picked up by me.
No, and this one is unique too. This is a PPO hearing, so this isn't like you know, real estate law, family law, or anything like that. This is more, you know, employment and employee law.
Yep.
This hearing is being recorded on Zoom and live streamed on YouTube.
Oh, why is it not?
I hear it.
Well, it's not popping up on my... Why? There we go.
And this matter comes...
Oh, real quick, I'm so sorry, everybody. I have to bring this up because it is law-related. We had the Carmelo Anthony ruling come down. He was, predictably, found guilty. I blame his defense, who decided to say that, oh, a shoving match erupted and the victim just fell upon the knife. Really just really piss-poor performance defense-wise, and, yeah, it looks like he's facing 35 years in prison.
Did you see they also tried to claim the knife was a cleat cleaner?
I didn't mean to instantly get enraged, but, oh my fucking god.
Which, by the way, I don't think would help the case, because if you look at a picture of a cleat cleaner, which, by the way, it was definitely not a cleat cleaner, but if you look at a picture of a cleat cleaner, it's still like a shank, basically. You could easily, like, jab the shit out of somebody with that.
Why are you pulling out a knife in a shoving mat? There's something called proportionality, and it exists in every state's self-defense laws.
Yeah, exactly.
Before the court on Miss Hunter McKnight's motion to terminate a personal protective order that was entered against her.
So, this lady, Miss Gardner, has a PPO already taken out against this lady, Miss Hunter, and Miss Hunter is currently going to court to try and get the PPO removed. That is the only important context. All the other context will come out.
Chastity.
Chastity Hunter.
Why?
I was gonna say something racist. I'll leave it.
Yeah, no, that's why I just said why, because I went anywhere I go is going to be racist.
Yeah.
Parties present, it appears, by Zoom video this afternoon. So as an initial matter, since it's your motion to terminate, I did receive the written motion to terminate the PPO. So I'll start with you, Ms. Hunter McKnight, if you would raise your right hand. Okay, very good. And would you state and spell your name for the record, please?
Chastity, Chasity, Hunter, Hunter, last name McKnight, MIKNIGHT.
Very good. And you prefer me to call you Miss Hunter McKnight?
Yes.
I'll continue to address you that way then. All right. I did read your objection, Miss Hunter McKnight, to the PPO that I signed in favor of Miss Gardner. And it essentially says, as I understand the situation, she was a supervisor. She terminated you at the workplace, and then you posted about that termination online and communicated with some friends of yours that are family members of hers. And I think... well, let me go over the allegations that she states, and then I'll figure out. And no one, I'll just note, it provided me with copies of the messages. However, Miss Gardner did indicate in her application that some of these, it sounded like she was quoting them straight off of social media. So, and the first thing she indicates, and she does indicate that during that time there were 33 missed calls from a blocked unknown caller between February 18th when the termination occurred. And
I'm gonna give a piece of advice to everyone's here. If you know somebody in real life and they are involved like with your work or anything involving your professional life, you should not interact with them whatsoever on social media. And the reason why is because shit like this happens. And if you know them in real life and you say some stupid shit and you weaponize the social media against another person, oh shit, look at that. You have a protective order against you now. And it's a slam dunk for the other side because you said dumb shit online and you know the other person in real life.
Yeah.
Continuing, I suppose, up until the date she followed the order. Have you been calling her, even though she may have blocked your number, Miss Hunter McKnight?
Rosie. No, I don't even know her outside of work besides being a supervisor. I don't have a number to contact her. And also my lawyer has a contact from my phone company. I don't call anybody 30 times in a row. So like I said, I'm suing them and all this is in paperwork and with the EEOC and it has been filed already. So she's doing it in compliance to that. It's just retaliation. My lawyer simply told me to say that she put all these things in false pretense just to get a PPO.
So she's going to say this a ton throughout this PPO hearing. Be like, well, my lawyer told me this. My lawyer told me that. Well, honey, you're here pro se. Your lawyer doesn't matter. Your lawyer doesn't exist.
You don't
He's
have
literally
a lawyer.
not here.
Yeah, you are your lawyer.
But she's going to constantly say, well, my lawyer said this, my lawyer said that.
Of course, because it's going to make it seem like it comes from a more authoritative body, but it doesn't.
Yeah, she doesn't realize she's in court in front of a judge, not in front of a jury.
Oh, no, I didn't. You can check my phone records. I didn't call anyone. Well, you didn't call anyone 3 times in a row on your phone. But the fact that you're so eager to jump to those phone records tells me that, yeah, you could have used a proxy, you could have used a burner, anything, and there's no way you wouldn't have your supervisor's number on your phone. There's no way. That's not happening.
One sec, typing out a thing. I forgot to do this before we started. Thank you, Baked Buddhist, for the hearts, by the way. It's much appreciated. Nickergata told me.
Jesus.
Is chastity a real name people give to their children? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It actually is. I don't know why, but it is.
Chastity, Diamond, Mercedes, stuff like that. But I had another thing that was on the tip of my tongue. It'll come back to me later. But yeah, her accusation is basically that she took out the PPO in retaliation to the court case, which she is suing 3 different people, allegedly, including this lady, the company she worked for, and I don't know exactly what his role is, but I think she implies he's like this lady's supervisor.
Interesting.
And she's basically accusing all of them of racist discrimination.
It's one of the only things that they have to like. If this is, I don't know if Michigan is a right to work state. I'm going to assume it is, and one of the only things that you can get through, for wrongful termination is something like discrimination. So this does not surprise me as a move for a disgruntled employee to make.
Also, thank you over on Twitch, Artemis, for giving me your Amazon Prime sub. It's much appreciated.
Yo, nice.
All right. Well, how about now? Here's another one. It says,
what's up,
also
Nate the lawyer?
contacted me.
What?
Nate the lawyer came into my chat.
Oh, hi.
Yeah, we're going over an employee was fired, and they're trying to sue like 3 people for racist discrimination, and apparently they just lose it during a PPO hearing.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny.
Personally through my Facebook Messenger, and so this is her speaking in this case, indicating she knows my sister-in-law, that the world is a lot smaller than I think, that she knows where my kids go to school at Granville, and that she hopes life spares me and my kids in treating me kindly. I guess that one is not...
Say that I sent you the message of what I said, and she reworded what I said. My lawyer said, take a look at that carefully at the end. I said
Stop with my lawyer.
exactly
I know we're going to hear it a lot, but you need to stop with my lawyer. Your lawyer isn't here. You are representing yourself. Stop it.
Also, notice how she's just like nodding her head along to it until like the very last sentence. She's not denying that she sent this message. She's denying that specifically the last sentence of it is correct. It's like, I don't think you understand. The whole thing looks bad for you.
exactly the opposite. I said, I hope life didn't treat her the way she treated me. So she can't read, I guess.
Okay. Well, and I mean...
I have the copy here, too.
All right. Well, here's the question. The next one here says, and this indicates same message again, so I'm going to assume this is Facebook message, indicating that she knows everything about you, knows everything you say about me and do at work is being reported, and then again in quotes, move out of town, get a new job, you can't walk through Walmart, and then the terms bad, fake, ass, racist. Did you make those comments on?
No, sir. No. Only certain comments that were made are on the public posts that were there, and none of them refer to that.
Okay.
There were a lot of her prior employees that she was upset about, that she was reaching out to afterwards, crying about, saying that she was being thrown through the mud. No, sir. Never made any of those.
So this lady is basically going to completely shoot herself in the foot, pretty much. You can already kind of hear where she's going with it and why it would shoot herself in the foot. Because she's saying, actually, those weren't from me. Those were from other employees that she's saying her name is being dragged through the mud to. And it's like...
Yeah,
why would...
I mean, in a not so eloquent way, she's trying to imply that Caitlin here is weaponizing her her workforce, basically, against this ex-employee.
No, she's saying the workforce hates her, and she's trying to say, oh, that's natural that the workforce hates her. because
Wait,
like she
what?
just is a racist.
Oh, okay. Okay, well,
Yeah,
God, she worded it really bad then. Because that
Miss
is
Hunter
not what I
is
got
trying.
from that.
Miss Hunter is trying to say that the hate and harassment Miss Gardner is experiencing isn't from her; it's from other employees that she has talked to.
Oh, okay.
And
That she's talked to.
Yes.
Okay, so what's happening then is Chastity is weaponizing the manager's workforce against the manager. Got it.
Yes. And telling
Okay.
everybody that she was super racist to her.
Gotcha.
Notice though, she said, "I never said she was racist," because that's gonna come up later.
Comments, and I don't know who would have made those comments. If they did make them, somebody made them for me. Maybe someone else she mistreated. I don't know. I didn't tell them to do
You're
it.
Jeez.
denying
my
that you
God.
sent her messages that
At all, except for what I've shown you on the paperwork, on the pictures, where she misworded what I said.
Did you send pictures of the posts?
Bro, that's like saying, like, hey, did you hit that girl? Like, do I know, you look familiar. Did you get in a fight at my yoga class? And then you go, no, I didn't get in a fight, but, you know, maybe the person who got in a fight had their reasons because someone was being an uppity bitch. Like, you can't do that. You obviously are involved now in a weighted fight. You just made excuses for these mystery employees. Okay, this is suspicious. Okay.
With your
Oh yeah, I went and gave everything in.
okay,
Of her reaching out to my friends.
Yeah, I don't have those open to me here.
They're all.
Let me look at this here.
I love when people just try to show.
So like I said, she's been
documents
texting
to
my
the
friends.
camera.
I put that in there too. She's reaching out to my people, arguing with them about how they feel towards her and their prior employment. They're agreeing with me, which the lawyer has as well, which is being used in the lawsuit. So, I mean, I was expecting this to be handled with the lawsuit. I don't need any. Why would I contact her? I certainly don't want to mess my money up. So it's just ridiculous. It's just retaliation. And she's also doing it because I work for the state in adult foster care. And I also took one of their clients from the hospital who doesn't want to be there anymore. And I work with her at home. So she's just really trying to do that so that she can't go back to Trinity with me, which we're not using Trinity anyways anymore. So it's really just nonsense. I only need their PPO removed because it's inaccurate. And she did it on false pretenses.
All right. Well, I'll take some testimony from Miss Gardner, and then I can make a ruling on it. So, Miss Gardner, if you would raise your right hand. All right. Yeah, very good. Thank you. And, I quoted to you out of, what was the application for the PPO. Do you have any documentation, screenshots, et cetera, of those messages?
I do.
Okay, and do you have them in your possession now, or would you have to submit them to the court? How are you going to handle that?
I could have them in my possession just on my phone, but I could also submit them. I provided them to my HR through email that I could pull up as well if necessary.
Yeah, I think I am going to need to review those, and I guess probably even more important, how do you know for certain those came from Miss Hunter McKnight and not from
honestly,
someone else who maybe, was just hearing about the case online, after Miss Hunter McKnight posted her claim that she was terminated for discrimination?
Yeah, sure. So in my appliance for the PPO, I did indicate that I have no proof of those phone calls being from Miss Hunter McKnight, as it's from a blocked number. It was simply coincidental. Felt like it started occurring at the same time, but I have no proof of it being her, which I indicated. The messages that I received came to me through Facebook Messenger directly from Chastity Hunter McKnight's account, indicating the exact quotes that I did say, inclusive of, "You don't know the type of person I am," that she does hope life spares me and my children, from being treated that way, that she knows where my kids go to school. And more escalating and coming to my place of employment after her termination was really when I decided to move forward with the PPO.
Okay. Well, and now, did she actually ever, and I guess the question
Can you ask her why she stalks me right here?
Well, hang on, Miss Hunter McKnight. I don't need, I'm going to just hear from Miss Gardner now, and then I'll give you a chance again. But let me go back to Miss Gardner. Do you know that she actually came to the workplace?
I do. I received an email from our director of security indicating that she presented to Trinity Health on February 25th to our Howenstein building and was given a no
this is
trespass.
really distracting me. But girl, how much money do you have that you have an advanced AI gimbal camera that you're using as a webcam? Every time she moves, the thing follows, zooms in and out and stuff. I'm like, okay, what is happening? This is zoom camera. This is, and you are okay. Your camera is that advanced, but it's in portrait mode, not landscape mode. Suck off.
That's from GRPD when she refused to leave the premise.
Okay, so you didn't actually see her. You were just kind of alerted by security that she came onto the premise. And part of her explanation, as you understand it, was she thought perhaps there were pictures of her posted around and, kind of do not let this person, like a wanted poster. And that was not the case, correct? Is that, you have to say it out loud so I can record you, Miss Gardner.
Oh my God. She's really pissing me off with her body language right now.
There was a photo put out by our security department because she was calling and escalating, voicing that she was going to come to work.
Yeah.
And so our security officers often, when they feel that there is a potential threat, and this is for all members of the community, visitors, family members of patients, previous employees, they felt that they should put a bolo or be on the lookout, as they did not feel that Chastity should be on the premise. I did not post that picture on my unit, and I have an email that I could provide to you indicating that out of respect for Chastity, knowing that she has friendships, family members who work here, I did not feel it was fair for it to be posted on my unit.
Sure.
But it does get shared at all entrances of the hospital.
Yeah, I see. And that's really more of a security function. Did you initiate that because of the volume of calls that were coming to you, or was it someone else because they were coming into someone else?
So it's clear that this place of employment, it's a hospital or a medical center of some kind, which means that, they're going to take security, especially regarding disgruntled ex-employees, very seriously.
Also the hospital.
Yeah.
I did not initiate that. In fact, when I was initially asked if I wanted to move forward with any sort of PPO or formal legal action, I denied it. But then given that Chastity was calling the hospital and saying she was going to come, I was given notice of that and encouraged to be mindful and safe in case Ms. Hunter McKnight were to escalate. I did not ask for the bolo to be posted or issued, but it is part of policy for our security department. And as I said, Dave Kittle is our director of security that put that in place.
Okay, yeah, and in other words, you weren't the one to say, I'm on the receiving end of everything here, but rather someone perhaps at HR or somewhere else was engaged with Miss Hunter McKnight and put, the bolo or whatever it might be, order and videos out, but it wasn't you. And in fact, you took a step to not put it in your area because that's where she worked.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. No, I think I understand. And are you able to email to me the copies of the messages that you're alleging are from Ms. Hunter?
Yes, I can do that if there's a good email.
Why don't you email them to both Lisa and I? I'll give you mine as jrossi at Kent County MI, all one word.
Kent County, Michigan.
.gov.
Okay.
And I think Lisa's is lisa.baird. Also,
look at her already trying to hold up more stuff.
Yeah. She's so fucking ready with receipts, which is hilarious to me because it's like
her receipts aren't helping her. She's not the only person
I've seen do it. Well, it's just funny to me to watch them try to sew up printed pages to the camera. Which there's a submission process here.
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, chat, how we doing today? Actually, you know what? While he is gone, I'm gonna bring up a new window and I'm gonna bring up Mizu's chat. So I can keep track of his chat as well. There it is. Mizu's chat. So I can keep track of... Stop it. How dare you? Don't forget you're a moderator for this channel. Okay, well, just calm down. Judge doxed himself. No, I mean, look, in the background you can see the state seal of Michigan. Okay, cool. How about chat? Okay, there we go. That's all I wanted. Yo! I saw you come back. I saw the tracking enable.
Sorry, my food got here late.
Be nice. At least you have
They were
food.
slacking.
No, I'm kidding. Alright.
But yeah, it's very funny how they immediately just start shoving stuff in front of the screen. They're, look, Judge, look at it, look at it.
With the pointing.
Yeah. Oh, it's so dumb.
So at KentCountyMI.gov.
It's the Google Doc. You take now. Is it Google Doc?
Did I get that right, Lisa?
Mindset. Oh, thank you, Cerberus, for being €1
and
for
it's
5 months.
BA.
Your Honor, my lawyer said to show these to you on camera. Oh my god. I mean, I think she would say that.
It does sound like something they'd say. Judge needs to chastise her for a lack of decorum in his court. I think some judges just kind of ignore it so they can get through the cases faster.
I legitimately believe some don't notice. Because they're
That's also
probably
true.
so focused on that. Because somewhat, and this is honestly, I think, a good thing for judges to do, but there's a setting on Zoom where when someone is speaking, they're the ones that becomes the big screen as opposed to the others, and it's very possible he's just not noticing.
That's also possible too.
IRD.
Yeah.
Judge Click
If you would just email those to me, and you're saying I can look at those and view them and say, these are going to be obvious to me. They are from Miss Hunter McKnight's account, and that they label you. I mean, I think the term you used was racist in there. Am I going to see that language in the post?
Yes.
Okay, directed at you specifically, not Trinity's racist or their policies are racist, but rather you individually, Miss Gardner, are racist. All right. Okay.
Yes, you'll see both.
All right. Let me bounce back to Miss Hunter McKnight. Miss Hunter McKnight, I'll review the submissions that I'm going to get from Miss Gardner. I mean, assuming they say what she said, that first one you said that you put on there, Miss Hunter McKnight, that said, I hope you and your family, don't experience hard times. I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but when you start calling someone racist, that certainly moves into the category where it could be considered harassment. And then, if I put,
do you want me to read it to you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I have it here. You should have it because I came down there and this is attached to the PPO form. You should have everything I have.
So I do want to mention this. This is a thought I had the other day. But if people really, because people always say like, "Oh, we need people to take the accusation of racism seriously." It's like, okay, well, the consequence of if we start taking the accusation of racism super seriously is that if you make it and you're wrong, you are accusing somebody of something that's super serious, which now means you're doing something really bad.
Yeah, because Ken's... Right, I'm a little... Calling someone a racist is harassment. Really. I mean, I could see, consistently coming to someone's place of work or on their social media and stuff, and, if there's a litany of comments accusing you of being racist, and it's a prolonged and recurring pattern that you can establish. Sure, that's harassment. But a single social media post of accusing you or a DM of accusing you of being racist does not amount to harassment, threats, or stalking to me.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes, though.
Yeah.
including her sending these kind of messages to my friend. This is Caitlin texting my friend, a former employee that was on my post commenting against her. She's reaching out to my people. This is another person here, and I'll read you what she says. Yeah.
I'd like to remind you that
So-
Miss Chastity just said she's reaching out to my people, my friend.
Not only that, but she interrupted the judge and said, "Would you like me to read what he was looking at?" Which is, the posing questions that are establishing the viability of the PPO. Well, now she is trying to read other people's text messages that have nothing to do with this PPO. You said you were going to read the posts in question. You're now reading DMs from other people. What the fuck?
Yep. And let's see what these DMs are. They're very interesting.
Yes, I was sitting here, and here comes a message from Caitlin. I'm like, I quit in October. Why are you even messaging me? So Caitlin's reaching out, and this is what she said. I wanted you to know that what you're saying about me and Kelsey as I texted you, and I saw our entire text thread.
Notice how she starts the message. She says, "What you're saying about me." So Miss Hunter's trying to pretend like these people are completely uninvolved, even though she's already admitted A, they're her friends, and the message starts with B, that they're attacking Miss Gardner in some way.
I will now read random DMs without providing it to the court. Yeah, that's pretty much what's happened. Well, she's claiming that the it's attached to the PPO and everything, but given the PPO is filed by Caitlin against Chastity, I don't think Caitlin would have access to these DMs that Chastity's providing, nor are they the same DMs that are actually presented by Caitlin to justify the PPO. So this is so disjointed already.
Dating back to 2023, it's crazy through all of this how helpful I was accommodating you, how I was more than willing to remove points, adjust schedules, switch stuff when you had family stuff come up, which this is where the racist comes in. I was the only black person on the floor for 10 months. And when she asked to accommodate any of my points or do anything for me or to be helpful, absolutely not. She's very much so racist. This is discrimination I was dealing with.
So she's now trying to bring up her other case, which is a racial discrimination case, which I kind of glad she did this because it gives us some insight into what her other case looks like. In that, she was nicer to other former employees than me, and because I'm black, it's 100% because I'm racist.
Well, the issue is with me is, I was the only black employee there for 10 months. That's not any kind of standard. That sounds like a standard hiring cycle, in fact, and they just happen not to have black employees for, less than a year. If this hospital has been running for 15 years and never once has there been a black employee, well, guess what? I might start looking into them for racial discrimination, but 10 months is a drop in the bucket for this kind of stuff, and that hurt her argument for her other case as much as it hurt this one.
I also want to clarify, I don't want to spoil anything, but she specifically said I was the only black person on the floor.
Oh my god, so she wasn't even the only black person there.
For 10 months that I was complaining about that she did not raise or escalate to HR. So let me get back to what she said. I was willing to switch stuff when you had family stuff come up, move you days to the unit needed as was simply 0.3 FTE commitment, whatever that means for her job, with working every third weekend, which is what all day shift does outside of those in school full time. We had a super open dialogue about this and offered to accommodate you however we could. If you go back through all of our messages, all I did was try to help you and support you. My name is being smeared through the mud and you're joining in on it, loving the horrible comments.
Also, I have to notice that Chastity here is intentionally trying to mock her voice.
Yeah.
But you can tell by how she's reading it. She's not doing a very good job, but she's trying to mock her.
People are saying, I'm genuinely asking, did you actually hate me that much? Did you actually think we didn't support and accommodate your exact schedule you needed? Yes, they do. And they do feel that way. And these are things that people were leaving on the comments that she has no business, my lawyer said, reaching out to them, mimicking them.
Notice two things back to back that are completely contradictory. It says, these are the things that people are leaving under her comments. My lawyer said she has no business reaching out to them. What? You're
Yeah, I
openly
don't
admitting that
know
these
what's
people
happening.
are publicly attacking her, and then you're saying she has no right to respond.
She
What?
does.
I don't know if you thought just saying my lawyer said that she's not allowed to respond would like do something for you, but it doesn't.
Sadly, they do think that
Even
saying
if you
my
had an
lawyer
actual
said.
lawyer in even if you actually had a
There's no
lawyer
real
in here
lawyer.
physically
They
say
just
that.
my lawyer. They don't exist. It's kind of like how people say my boyfriend,
Yeah.
and they don't actually have a boyfriend. And it's like, well, you haven't met them.
Yeah.
Questioning them or
Is your
anything. Her
lawyer a
former
sock
employees
puppet?
and her as a supervisor or anything like that is in trouble right now with her people. I'm suing her. I'm suing the boss, that Mike Hardiman, and I'm suing Trinity as an organization, all individually. So
Right,
I don't
well, and
know
of course
how we're
that's
going to
all
do this.
separate from what we're.
She's lying. I mean,
yeah. I mean, I get it.
my
But
lawyers,
I
I'm
guess
going to
my
give
thing
him this
is,
too,
well,
so he can see.
if you use the term racist in talking directly to her, and then
Let me read what I said to her, because I don't think I did.
Yeah.
Let me get that,
Yeah,
because
he
I think
didn't
she's
at
putting
all.
words in my mouth. I was nice to her. I told her basically that her husband's brother's sister-in-law, her sister-in-law, is one of my best friends from high school. We graduated. I sent her pictures, and I told her basically, you come from the same type of world I do. I don't know why you're being so racist, so discriminative toward.
So, what's happening right now, and this I've seen this happen before. When these personality types, because I've seen every race do this, but when they get cornered, they'll start talking a lot faster. Notice how she said, "Can I read this?" And then she said basically what I said is that she's not reading anything, but she's going incredibly fast. If there was a stenographer here, the person would be stroking out from the speed that they had to maintain that keyboard. Like, come on, what is happening? But they like to talk faster when they don't have a lot to say.
Well, the part that gets me is that he says, well, did you call her racist? And she's like, I didn't say that. So basically what I said is that she's being incredibly racist.
The heck?
Like, I go back a little bit just so people could hear it.
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
My
but
lawyers,
I
I'm
guess
going
my
to give
thing
him this
is,
too,
well,
so he can see.
if you use the term racist in talking directly to her, and then
Let me read what I said to her, because I don't think I did.
Yeah.
If you use the term racist in talking to her, and she says, let me read what I said, because I don't think I did.
Let me get that, because I think
Okay.
she's putting words in my mouth. I was nice to her. I told her basically that her husband's brother's sister-in-law, her sister-in-law, is one of my best friends from high school. We graduated. I sent her pictures, and I told her basically, you come from the same type of world I do. I don't know why you're being so racist.
Well, I didn't even catch that the first time around. Thank you. Sorry, showing me that. Yeah, that's, yeah, I don't think I called her racist. I just called her racist.
She catches
Now let's
herself
fuck.
and she immediately switches it.
So, discriminative toward me at work, basically.
Discriminatory.
She
yeah.
swaps it to discriminatory, but it's like, that doesn't help your case. If you're like, I didn't call her racist, I said she discriminates against black people. Yeah, that's the definition racist. Like, I don't... What? Also, thank you some days. I came late, but I'm already fatigued. I don't know how people deal with this. And then thank you, Baked Buddha. Says, all the expensive car models. I appreciate the supers, guys. Oh yeah, husband's brothers, sisters, in-law, twice removed. I really don't know what she's trying to say when she says all that. She could have just said like her friend or her family or something, but she's like, no, like I have to go down this whole
Like
big
cousins,
pathway.
brothers, sisters, uncles, nieces. I'm gonna keep going, but that's like what I think of when people say that. My brother's cousin's niece. What the fuck are you doing? That is
Just say one of her
say you
family
know a
members
guy.
or one of her family friends.
Is what I said. You treating me different, and you're living the same world I do. She literally lives no different type of life I do. I have a house. She has a house. She lives not far from I do. We all live in the same area. We all shop the same stores. Why treat each other different? Is what I said.
Do you have the quote? I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna read it right now. I'm going to it. I have to get in my messenger.
Okay.
I don't write her. I don't contact her. She watches me every day. Is what I was also wanting to bring up. This is not cool. She's a non-follower in my
Dude, can you
every
not
time I go on my
read?
story, she's in my stories.
I'm about to be like, look, if you don't read what you fucking said, I'm gonna hold you in contempt. This is the 4th time now I've asked you, you've said you're going to read this thing, and you keep fucking. Do you have ADHD? What's happening?
Yeah.
Or she's on
And
the people you
she
may know, which
stalks
means
me. Like, she stalks you
This is
because she
not what we're
checks your
talking
account.
about.
First off, follow. This has actually been tried in court before. Following your
Yeah, it
account
has.
does not qualify as stalking.
No,
it
it
just
doesn't.
doesn't. The second thing is, yeah, she's gonna follow your account because you're accusing her of shit, and she probably wants to keep up to date on what new bullshit she's being accused of.
Yep.
That's not stalking, you you absolute nutter butter. What does that make us? Absolutely nothing.
she's watching my page, and this is proof right here. Her name's in it. This is my story. So I gave
just
you
like-
that picture too. Don't stalk me and don't cut me out. Thank you. I'm talking to the judge, not you. Bye. I don't want to talk to you. Pay me. Thank you. You couldn't
What
come
is
up with
happening?
150,000 by.
See, I will say, because normally I kind of give the judges some leeway on stuff like this, that 100% was reprimand. That should not have been allowed to let slide.
No. And
She's
now
just actively being malicious
directly,
to
and
the
now
other
she's saying,
person.
pay me, come up with $150,000. Whoa. You don't talk to her, you talk to me.
Yeah.
50,000 by the May 8th. You talk to the judge. Don't talk to me. Talk to my lawyer.
All right,
Bye.
just give me the quote, Miss.
Yeah, I will. Tell her don't talk to me. Thank you.
Go ahead.
So I want you to see it before I read it. To Caitlin Gardner. It says, Caitlin, you see when I do some looking up.
Keep in mind, that looked like a text of some sort.
Dead. Didn't look like a post.
She says she has no way to contact this woman at all at the start of the case.
So yet here you are texting them.
Yeah. Here you are admitting that you're sending them private messages. Like, okay.
One of my best friends is your sister-in-law. I said, it's such a small world, but like I told you, I told her, I'm sorry, I don't appreciate how you lied in my face and retaliated against me for complaining about discrimination. I did not say she was racist. Since I don't work at the job anymore and they always watched me on Facebook, and remember that was okay, you said. So here I looked you up knowing that's okay. Because when I was at work complaining and saying that these people were stalking me, looking me up while I'm working and coming up in my views, she said it was completely okay. Maybe they were interested. So I consider it the same for me. Absolutely. I said, I figured why not hit you up on your Facebook just like you tell me.
Stay on that thought.
Yeah, she
Just
can't
stay
stay on
on
a
a
thought. She thinks she's like absolutely owning this woman left and right, and it's like, no, you're making yourself look insane.
Yeah,
Like, this is not
I
helping
think
you.
drugs are involved now, and I didn't think that before.
That the world is a lot smaller. I said, to tell you that the world is a lot smaller than what you were thinking. And you're not different from me. And nor either any of the Caucasians at that job. Except I'm not a hater. I'm not afraid.
You're not helping your case about it not being about race when you refer to everyone at the job as Caucasians. Like, whenever
at least you didn't say whitey.
Yeah, but whenever you're referring to a group of people and you refer to them by their race, you're not helping your case.
Yeah, we are self-reporting hard right now.
Oh, sorry. I had to sneeze. I'm not a hater, Cap.
To see someone coming along trying to do good because of their skin color. I said, your husband's sister is one of my best friends from high school, prom, and so on. I said, I've shared what type of person you are with her and the way you guys treated me. In fact, you said.
And there's part of the admittance that, like, yes, I am messaging your family and telling them you're racist.
That's
And
not
she
okay
has-
at all.
She just put that on the record that she's admitting to that.
Yeah.
Like, this is
she
what
did.
I sent her.
Yeah, this is an actual racist chant. It's
Back
kind of
there
the
and
thing
listen
that
to me.
people have to remember.
Yeah.
For months, you let it ridicule in your head. You never brung it up to HR. Anybody made it urgent to the issue that you really wanted to handle, like you told me. You're disrespectful for playing in my face. And the fact that you wish me nothing but luck when your son goes to school with my little cousins and plays sports, would you like for someone to treat him that way? The way you guys did me? And would you like for him to complain and someone never take it serious? Do you realize how small of a city that says? Do you realize that I'm a great person? When you fuck with me and you rub me the wrong way or not treat me equally, I'm going to speak on it. I said, and you have done that. You tried to play in my face in front of that African-American man, the one who's fired me, who I'm also suing as an individual.
Notice that little lore drop there is that the actual hiring and firing manager is a black man.
Is a black guy, and this isn't gonna work in your favor.
We dropped that little tidbit in there, and I don't know why she admitted it, but she's like, "Who is black? I'm suing him too."
Oh my god, Artamos and Quids, can we lifeline them all, please? We need an expert racist to explain what's going on in front of us.
Yeah, I was about to say that earlier, chat. Aura Master says she talks in all caps.
What's so funny is as she keeps escalating, like, remember, she's reading this, but she's clearly also reliving it. I'm just expecting at one point her to just start foaming at the mouth.
But yeah, I didn't want to spoil that earlier. But yeah, no, there are other black people working at this office, and they're higher up than both of these ladies.
Oh, Jesus.
The black people working at the office aren't on the floor. They're higher up on the totem pole.
With the Ray-Ban glasses on that I did not give okay to, and lied on me about attendance, so on. After you lied, you told me you were trying to figure out how to fix it. You're sorry.
Notice that little lore drop as well, is that apparently the complaints were about her attendance. And like she tries to say she lied about it. I don't think she lied about it.
She probably writes without periods as well, which is why it's just one run-off sentence. It was an actual just one-off sentence. Like, she's just being true to the grammar here.
Discrimination case is going to be thrown out fast. If I'm the lawyer in the discrimination case, I'm bringing up sections of this PPO hearing, like 100%.
And I'm sure you wouldn't want anyone to have your kids being treated that way. And I saw her pictures of me with her sister. Me, the black girl, standing there with her people. Come on now, man. I didn't tell this lady anything. The second message, I said, see, you really ought to think about how you treated me. You don't really know me. You don't know what type of people I come from. I tried to explain what you sat there and said went against me. And you should.
Look at the facial expression of this judge. I don't even know what that one is. That's a new one for me. Is she threatening her kids? The thing is, I don't know. And I think that's part of where the problem is. Is she speaking in like this bizarre psychopathic way? And it's hard to tell if she's trying to be like, I know where your kids go to school. You know, what would happen to you if something bad happened to your kids? And it's hard to tell where she's actually going with that. However, I do think a reasonable person would hear some of that stuff and be like, I kind of feel like this is a threat to my children.
Yeah, because here's the thing. Like, the message itself is so disjointed and clearly, like, distraught and just, like, this is not the words of a stable person. And then they bring up your children. I'm sorry, but as a reasonable person, I would actually fear for my children if this person starts talking about them in this long, crazy rant that they sent me in DMs.
Especially they're talking about where they go to school.
I don't like that. You keep your children. Keep my children's names, their whereabouts in existence out of your mouth, please.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard me earlier, Ava. What do you think of this judge's facial expression?
Oh, I love it. He's really trying. He's patience. I mean, he doesn't have a... He adds a tell, but there's a lot of patience here.
Yeah.
Listen to me. That's your fault. You don't know who I am. You never gave me a fair opportunity with anything in that job, and I hope that life spares treating you and your kids the same. Literally, I didn't tell her anything except I hope they don't treat her like that. They treated me dirty for 10 months as an African-American girl, the only one on the floor. And she sat there for months listening to me cry in her office at times even, and never brought it up to the proper authorities above her in HR. Told me they
Well,
were
I think
always
the
busy
key
for
thing is
4 months.
that's all going to be sorted in the discrimination
In the lawsuit. So why do we have a PPO? I didn't tell her anything. I just read it to you. What did I threaten her with? Or say?
Dude, she just can't. I mean, I
didn't tell her anything. I
really-
just read what I told her. So I'm gonna avoid mentioning any racial connotations to it. However, I did see this this one long explanation, right? Is that there are certain people that they only believe in the now, right? By the now I mean the literal right now, right this second. There is no future and there's no past. There's only what is literally happening at this very moment. So whenever somebody says that you have done something in the past, it genuinely does not process in their brain that something could have happened in the past.
yeah.
And for a while, I thought it was like a fake meme that like 4chan came up with. But the more I watch court cases, the more I realize that I think there are some people that genuinely do not comprehend that there is a past and there is a future. They only comprehend that there is a current right now that they are living.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know how you could
some people
it's the
who
same
don't
thing
have
like
an inner voice.
Yeah, it's like
Literally.
that how
It's an actual condition.
Yeah, how I learned that like half of all people literally can't rotate a fucking apple in their brain.
Apple in their head, yeah, that's I can rotate it and make it transform into a freaking dinosaur and then fly into the sky before exploding and turn into smoke before becoming stars.
Or like
but
the
some
people
can't
that
do
can't
that, and
perceive
that's crazy.
breakfast.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Which, by the way, for anybody that doesn't know, the joke of like, how would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? And they always answer like, well, I didn't have breakfast, or I did have breakfast. The point is not like the breakfast specifically. It's that for some reason in their brain, they cannot engage with a hypothetical situation. They genuinely can't comprehend something could happen. They can only comprehend what did happen. And it's like I don't know how you live like that.
Oh, what would you do if you skipped breakfast this morning? And it's like, if you did skip breakfast this morning, like, well, that happened to me. Yeah, but hypothetically, a difference of it's I don't know. They can't wrap their heads around it, and we can't wrap our heads around how to explain it to them.
Yeah, it's so bizarre to me to think about it, and I feel like this lady is probably one of those people that she doesn't acknowledge that there's a past or a future. She only acknowledges that there's a now. It's like I don't know how to do this with you.
Wrong, nothing. She doesn't like it. Oh well.
Well, but if you did call her a racist, that would be, I think, the part of it that would cross into. But you're saying you didn't do it. She's going to send me the documentation. What I'll do is I'll review the documentation, then I'll issue a written order on it after this. In the meantime, however, the PPO will have to stay in place until when I issue my order after reviewing the emails or the documents that I've sent, then I can make a ruling on it. But in the meantime, it'll have to stay in place.
Yeah, she's got to hope that whatever is in all the correspondence that Miss Gardner is submitting, that it doesn't look worse than what that doesn't look worse than what we see today.
Yeah, exactly. And if that's the bet we're making, honestly, Miss Hunter here is in trouble.
Yeah. I hope she keeps her PPO. Like, you are a crazy woman. I'm not even saying like you're in active danger to like her kids or that you're trying to hurt her kids, but you are just crazy enough that I wouldn't chance it.
Who are you rooting for in the World Cup? Who is in the World Cup? I actually don't know. For this year.
I vote for everybody to lose because I hate sports ball.
There you go.
Everybody loses.
Everybody loses. Meteor comes down, smashes the faces.
What do you think would happen one day if the World Cup or the Super Bowl or whatever ends, and they like the winner is everybody gets a participation trophy. You participated, and you participated.
So I have a rant. I have a rant about that, like participation trophies in general. Because, like, look, as a Gen Z, it's like millennials and Gen X that always go, you kids and your participation trophies. I'm like, who made them? Because we didn't. We didn't give ourselves these trophies. You gave them to us. So shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I actually grew up in an area that didn't have participation trophies. If you didn't win, you didn't get a trophy.
Neither we didn't either. Oh, no, there was technically one, but it was a fair one. It was the most improved swimmer for swim team. And it was like, yeah, well, this guy like came in, he could barely swim, and by the end of the year he's in varsity. But that's not a consolation prize. That's an actual achievement, But that's about as close to a consolation prize as we had in kids. I had in school.
I want America to win just to piss off the heroes. That's fair.
Miss Gardner, anything to add to that? Have you sent me those documents?
No, I have not. I was waiting till the end of the call, but I can send them.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can. Yep. If you would just send them to me, and I'll make a written order after I review the documents.
That sounds good. I will do that.
All right. Thank you both for appearing and speaking today, and I wish you both a.
The thing is, I don't know if the court muted her or not, or if she muted herself.
Or maybe she muted herself. She seems just smart enough to know when she needs to mute herself because she's going to get herself in trouble.
Well, because she was muting herself earlier to talk to somebody off screen.
Yeah,
that I noticed.
I think you're right.
I thought like as soon as she was done, she muted herself, but then she forgot she needed to unmute herself if she wanted to say something.
Yeah.
Safe weekend, and do remember the PPO remains in place, so there should not be any Miss Hunter McKnight, you can't reach out and try to contact Miss Gardner. And of course, I always say PPOs aren't mutual and that it doesn't prohibit you from doing anything, Miss Gardner, but I do expect that a person, when they're protected by a PPO, they use it as a shield and not a sword to poke the other person. So I expect it to be politely acknowledged by both parties. So with that all being said, we are concluded for the day. Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to see her lawsuits. I want to see those.
Yeah,
but
I do too. I'm very interested.
I don't think they've been found yet, or they might not have been live streamed.
Yeah. This also might be, relatively recent.
Yeah. But yeah, I do have another one, which is not the whole thing. It's just a couple bits.
Just bits, yeah.
This is from a channel called Law Talk with Mike, by the way, which normally I wouldn't use his because he does a lot of commentary, but he actually does not do much commentary in this one. I was like, and I couldn't find all of the cases individually very well, so I was like, we'll just use this. Like, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it is
Jayla Turris. Right, oh my god, hold on real quick.
Mike.
Jayla Turris, what happened? That woman speaks so erratically, like how Mets users go on and on. I don't know if you were here for this, but I actually had already made that accusation about her. Oh shit, we got a packed fucking Zoom core here.
Yeah, I had to go back. For some reason it started in the middle. Maybe I accidentally put in one in the playlist with a timestamp.
Kennard, Stephen James Kennard, 26I707676.
By the way, I don't know if I've talked about this before. I actually really like Judge McNally as kind of one of my favorite ones.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say, I love McNally's court. We've covered him, I think, 2 or 3 times before on this podcast, and yeah, I've enjoyed every case that I've seen him handle so far.
He's gonna have a fun time today.
Oh no!
And he's gonna take it on the chin very well too. I was very impressed with how he took it.
No, just hold on. Let's just take a wall Martian's fucking check-in. We got the guy on the bottom right, no idea where he is. He might be in Evan. We have a guy in a freaking holding cell. We have a dude with a background like he's in a park. Well,
Oh no, this is not on the Zoom
We have all
call.
walks of life here.
Bottom left is not on the Zoom call. That is Mike. That is his
Oh,
little.
that's Mike,
his
okay.
little thing. Yeah, that's Mike. That's
Okay,
his little thing.
I was about to say. Okay, well, still, we have a guy at his cell. That's eyebrow raising enough. You don't always see that in Zoom court.
We've got this lady on the center right who has herself listed as Victim Kennard. I would have gone with, like, plaintiff or something.
I'm the victim.
But listed as victim feels like a little manipulative a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Some people for these cases are actually physically in the court as well. I don't know how this ended up happening. I do know, though, that one of the people is not in the court case because they left 2 days after their previous court case. Which to me sounds sus, but to the judge it doesn't seem sus, so maybe I don't understand as well.
Okay.
But we'll get there.
Hi, Mr. Kennard. Your name?
The record scene covered white appearing on the castle possession.
Good morning.
This is the lawyer against victim. So it's not victim's lawyer, it is the lawyer against the victim. Is this lady with this wild haircut?
Yeah, wow, holy shit. I just noticed it.
Ms. Alloway, I'm going to need you on Zoom here. Your name, sir?
Steve Kennard.
All right, so I'm going to, and you guys are comfortable saying this is going to trial?
Judge, today is being concept for final pretrial conference in this matter. This is my third time appearing here. We appeared on 5/5/25 and the court.
26, you mean?
26, and the court entered an order that the complaining witness must appear.
I give everyone 2, maybe 3 months to make the mistake of the year change. If by May you are still making that mistake as an attorney of all things, what are you doing?
Yeah.
I know you're working hard, but come on. Like 6 months in and you're still making that mistake?
You're still saying 2025.
Where is the complaining witness?
It's my understanding that the complaining witness is in Arizona in an alcohol treatment facility.
All right, let's get Ms. Alloway here. Where's she at? 237?
Yep.
I mean, was I aware that she was in Arizona? I doubt I would have required her. Can I have
Your
Ms.
Honor,
Alloway
I'm on
come in here,
Zoom.
please?
Yes.
Thank you. Can't
Judge,
believe I would order somebody to
She's
fly
on
from-
Zoom, Judge.
Yeah, I wouldn't order somebody to fly from Arizona if I was aware of it, unless I was really head involved with it.
And I don't know if she's in Arizona at the.
We're gonna find out.
Oh, the year was 2021. Okay.
We're gonna find out. Your name, ma'am?
Bonnie Lynn Marion Stewart
Oh my God, tours.
Where are you now, ma'am?
in Tucson, Arizona,
How long have you been in Tucson, Arizona?
since May 7th.
So you left 2 days after
day
this,
after
right?
court.
After the
Okay, day after
pretrial?
court.
That was on May the 5th?
Yes, and I was trying to log in on Zoom, but it wouldn't let me. So my apologies.
Let me get- Is Ms. Alloway in here yet?
I'm on Zoom, Your Honor.
Okay. Can you come in
Okay.
here? We're gonna set a trial date.
Okay, no problem.
You have a trial date?
June the 26th. But I want to make sure we're all set with instructions.
Yes, Judge, but just for the record, when we appeared on May the 5th, the court was very clear and entered the order on the record that if the complaining witness did not appear for the final pretrial conference, that this case will be dismissed. She was.
What is with the hand gestures and the clown hair?
Yeah,
Oh
I don't
my
know what's
God,
going on.
she's
No,
annoying.
I'm with you. I'm
I haven't
actually
seen
with
this.
him.
Yeah.
I was not
She's
prepared.
in court. What are you doing?
Yeah, so, and in case somebody didn't hear it, because the audio on her is a bit crunchy. So the complaining witness is in a alcohol treatment facility in Arizona. And the judge is kind of like, I don't think I would have ordered her to physically appear in court from Arizona if I knew that she was, like in there.
Going to Arizona, yeah.
I do think the one thing that kind of susses me out a bit is that she left 2 days after the court hearing was settled. For like
yeah,
today.
So what it seems like to me, and probably why the judge isn't really, getting all bent out of shape about it, is it sounds like she went to Arizona to go to rehab.
Mm-hmm.
And that
she is
might
confirmed in a
very well
rehab
be,
program.
yeah, and that might very well be something that the courts have already wanted her to do. So if she did it, whether or not it's enough, okay, fine. We're just gonna move on from there, continue on, even though there probably was some impropriety there. It's not a battle worth picking.
But the attorney won't let that go.
Of
Your
course
name?
not.
Morning, Your Honor, Nora Oliver, copy.
Okay, so can I cut this short?
Judge.
Can I cut this short? I'm not dismissing this case because she went into inpatient treatment 2 days. Listen to me, please. I'm not dismissing this case because she went inpatient 2 days later. Otherwise, I should order every lawyer on every case and every party on every case to come in here in person, and I don't do that. I got lawyers on Zoom all day long. I'm not revisiting it. You can take it up on appeal. Any court that throws this out, I don't know what to tell you. She's here. Has she conferred with you, Ms. Holloway?
Yeah.
All right, that was the purpose. So let's not talk about that.
Is this
For
the
record,
ruling?
Judge, I-
Counsel.
If I could zoom
That
in,
she
I was
refuses
told
to
that I would
accept?
need-
Yeah. This is what
come
she's
on,
refused to
girl.
accept.
God, this is the dumbest molehill to die on? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, don't worry.
You've actually pissed me off.
Don't worry, she's gonna go on this for a while.
I can tell.
I'm not going to argue about it. If she's trying to make herself, she's an inpatient. You're an inpatient, right?
Yes.
I mean, she's trying to help herself.
I understand, Judge, but on 5.
Ms. White,
Wasn't.
Ms. White,
You don't understand.
listen to me. I've heard enough. She doesn't
Yeah,
have to be
no.
on 5-5. No judge ordered her
Yeah,
to be
fuck
here
you.
on 5-5. Did any judge in the country order her to be here on 5-5? If they did, tell me who. If they didn't, why talk about it? They don't have to be here every time.
Judge, you ordered her to.
Ma'am,
Yes, Judge.
do not argue with me. Got it? I know you don't. Apparently you don't. So back away from the podium. You guys are figuring out a way when you're coming back and putting the giving me the jury instructions, and we're proceeding June the 26th. You don't understand. You want to argue. I'm not arguing with you. You got it, counsel? You got it?
Fuck yeah.
No, you don't. Back away from the podium, I said, right now.
Want to email me the jury.
And you, wow, really? No, bailiff tackle her. Bailiff tackle her, put her in jail. Are you fucking kidding me? You do not approach, you did not go into the well. Without permission, oh my god, Holy shit,
She's a bad
oh my
lawyer.
god, I'm literally squirming right now. In my chair. There's no fucking way I just watched that.
Also, no, this whole video is not one case. It is a compilation of cases, but we're only going to do the first 2, because the first 2 are the most interesting. With the first one being this one.
I cannot.
No, you're not. You want to argue with me. I don't know why you wanted to argue with me. You want to argue with me. I'm not going to argue with you. They don't pay me enough to argue with people or lawyers or anybody else. I'm telling you.
The prosecutor has indicated to me that she's going to CC me.
I will get the prosecutor in here when I'm ready to call the prosecutor in.
Okay, I'm not in any rush, Judge. Just
Good. Stephen James Kennard, 26I-707.
Oh my God, she is completely out of control. Absolute
Yeah, no,
contempt.
she is. Yeah, no, that should have been contempt.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely contempt. Maybe sanctions.
676.
And that's why I said, like, the judge is, like, unbelievably patient with her.
Yeah, no, look, patience of a saint, Mr. McNally here.
He's like, please, just go sit down. I will deal with this when I'm ready to deal with this. But
Just look, the
I've made
fact
my
that
ruling.
he had to say back up from the podium twice, and then she approached him into the well. Instant jail. Instant jail. I don't give a fuck. Are you kidding me?
What did she say? Rewind it like 3 times. She was just fighting with him.
She was just
Like,
fighting.
no, you don't,
We
you don't
don't
understand. They
know.
have to be here. You have to throw it out.
My God, go. If this is what you're fucking gonna die on, I would hate to see, you know, an actual, you know, moral stance you take.
Like, he even reminds you that if it's really that big of a deal to you, you can take it up on appeal. Like...
Okay, Mr.
Crazy.
Kennard, your appearance? Where's Mr. Kennard?
The one yeah, he was just here.
I did tell the PPA as well as well.
Hang on one second. I need to talk to you and the prosecutor on the one file. I'm confused. I mean, you and the defense lawyer on the one file. I'm confused. All right, is he out there? All right, here's what, then I really covered everything. So let me get your appearances here. It's 26I-707-676, Stephen James Kennard. Name?
Good morning, people.
Name?
Stina White.
When can you get this jury instructions to me? I want to be clear about this. I'm going to ask you two to agree to them. If you don't or can't, and that's fine, we'll argue what you guys can argue, whatever the differences are before the trial.
That's what
I'd
he's
like
being
them
called.
in final form, listing everything, all the instructions, and I'd like them by. Can you get them to me by June the 17th?
Can we talk about this attorney down here in the middle that has like a whatever the fuck going on his wall in the background?
Oh,
like we kind of joke.
What in the fucking detective conspiracy wall? I'm half expecting Charlie to come out of left screen and start talking about Pepe Sylvia.
Like we kind of joke with about attorneys, right?
Pepe.
We kind of joke with attorneys, right, about having like their bookcase behind them every single time, like their huge bookcase of legal books.
Yeah.
That they haven't opened in years since they got out of college.
Yep.
But I kind of prefer that to whatever the fuck is happening
to whatever
here.
this
What are you
fucking
doing?
moonbat conspiracy theorist shit is.
All it needs is like the little thumbtacks with the yarn.
Exactly. That's all it needs. In fact, he only took that down because he's like, oh no, that would be crazy.
Yeah,
the papers on the wall though, that's fine, but that's a little too much.
Okay, jury instructions due
Would you like
June 17th. Trial will be June 26th at 8:30.
Would you like defense and I to confer prior to submission or?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna hope that you guys have talked about it, and if you can't resolve, if you can't resolve any issues, I'd rather you guys tell me and we set it the week before, what would be June the 19th for any hearing on differences in terms of what jury instructions you would like. But this is pretty clear. This is the message. Right, I know.
But I'd just like to ask the court or the people, if they've confirmed whether or not the complainant will be back in the state.
Complainant has to be here for the trial.
She said she will be.
Yeah, she's gonna have to be here for the trial, or else I'm gonna have to, I will dismiss it if she's not here in person, okay? Anything else?
Fair.
Thank you, both. Thank you both.
Thank you for
All right, I need to
becoming
talk to you guys and continue. Come on back
How's
here.
Carl again, Madam Lisa?
We are.
Oh, I
And yeah, so what
Fair.
happened there is like, yeah, I was like, look, for this pre-trial shit, no, she doesn't have to be here. For the trial itself, yes, she will have to be here, otherwise I'll dismiss the case. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That lawyer was acting way cray.
Yeah. I don't know. I hate judging people by their looks, but I feel like you just saw her and it's like, yeah, she's gonna be a problem.
It wasn't even blonde. It was Big Bird Yellow from Sesame Street.
Yeah.
Jeep.
Also, Tyler in chat says it's a combination of vacation pictures, drawings from his kids, and evidence why the government is composed entirely of lizard people.
Yeah, there it is. Wait, let's with one more. It says birdsaren'treal.com.
Birds aren't real though. They're government
Yeah, I know.
surveillance drones.
I know.
All right, let's have appearances on G.
Thank you, Your Honor. Stephen Kaplan on behalf of the people.
Thank you, Judge Oakley, Zachary Hallman on behalf of Ms. G. who's standing.
So I rarely see this judge or this judge's court. I have seen him a couple times before though.
Holy
But
shit!
every
Look at
time-
this new age judge. With
Yeah,
his
every
black
time I see,
top
like, his
fucking
court-
desk.
Every time I see his courtroom, I immediately think we're stepping into like some fucking procedural legal show on
A little
TLC
bit.
or
It feels
something.
like it feels like a TLC like set, or maybe like this is a cyberpunk court. It looks very nice. It's a very new court.
It's my love.
Hi,
right.
Kitty.
Thank you for the
Have a
raid,
seat.
Atari.
Are we
Atari,
ready?
welcome Raiders.
Your Honor, this will be following one word.
All right, let's get going. All the way up front, man. All the way up here. Raise your right hand for me. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth today?
Yes.
Watch your step on my incline ramp right here. Settle in that chair. Once you're seated, go ahead and state your name and
Yeah, that's kind of hard to see, but yeah, he's got like a incline up here, so he's raised even higher up than it
so-
looks.
This is a very new courtroom because they have wheelchair ramp access for the witness, defense, and other stands for when it's needed. That's some new age shit. And usually it's stairs.
spell your last name.
My name is Tammy Fixby. My last name is Highsby.
Thank you.
Good morning, Ms. 60. Where do you live?
I live in Texas.
What is your address? Do you know a woman named Shakina G?
Yes, that's my neighbor.
If you saw Shakina G again, you think you'd recognize her?
Yes.
Look around the court and tell the judge what you see.
I see her.
What does she wear?
Green sweater.
Your Honor, may the record reflect the witnesses identified this evening.
Noted.
Thank you,
Is
Your
he
Honor.
standing?
The record shall so reflect. All right, I
Yes.
have to assign blame here. Brecken, at objective, MGT, and I believe she's responsible for the squirrel debacle. Humanist robot. Let's carry on, shall we?
Stop
I don't
going
know
into a
what that all
long
was,
story.
but
I
okay.
just want to know how long have you known this?
Oh, so he is technically live
I
streaming
don't really
this.
know her.
Okay.
I never really talked to her.
Had you seen her before this date,
Yes.
January 8th,
Yes.
2026?
Yes.
Can you tell the judge the number of times you've been seen her January 8th, 2026?
Like we just meet outside.
It could be in person, it could be outside, it could be through a car. So many times you've seen her.
I've seen her a lot.
Now, regarding the date of January 8th, 2026, at around noon, did anything unusual happen?
Yes.
What happened that was unusual?
I was starting with a patient.
You were threatened by a taser, by who? With a taser by who?
So, long and short of this one is two ladies get in a neighbor dispute. One of the ladies pulls a taser on the other one. They're debating over a couple different things. You know, like first off, was the drawing the taser like a valid response? Does the taser itself count as like a deadly weapon? Because one of the lawyers is trying to qualify it as a deadly weapon. There's a couple other things going around. However, one of the reasons I wanted to actually watch this one with Ava is because the defense attorney is going to like tank his own case, but the prosecuting attorney is going to insist that he's not allowed to tank his own case. And
Wait,
it's
what?
bizarre to me,
Wait,
like what happens. It's like two incompetent attorneys fighting for who can be the most incompetent in this neighbor
Okay,
debacle.
that sounds kind of interesting. Squirrel. Okay, people were asking what the fuck the squirrel debacle is. I'm guessing this was streamed during the time where a acorn fell on the roof of a police cruiser while the policeman
and they tried
had
to
just
shoot
put
somebody.
in That guy
he tried
did 2 full combat rails as though he was in Dark Souls and unloaded his pistol into the back of his police car where he just put an unarmed man. The freaking sergeant heard the gunshots and started immediately mag dumping her mag into this dude's car. Somehow, despite 2 cops fully unloading into this police car, the man who was put into the police car was unscathed. Not even a scratch.
Just incompetence all around.
Yeah, incompetence in the highest degree. And
War Turkey Fi also says...
Oh.
Well, he also says it could possibly refer to the Florida person who is trying to train squirrels to attack their ex.
That is... I forgot about that one. Yeah, that is a thing.
You have not missed any of the case. We are just starting. They're just now asking opening questions.
Where were you and where was Miss G when she threatened me with the taser?
I was by my front door, and she was by her front door.
How far do you live from her?
Like 3 steps away. We share the same wall.
You said you were threatened with the taser by Miss G. What do you mean by that?
She brought a taser outside and was zapping at me 3 times and was telling me that she also had a gun inside. She couldn't use it out.
But what did she do with she were pointing the taser at you?
Yes, she pointed at me.
Can you estimate, projectionally, the number of feet between you and the defendant G when she pointed the taser? With the judge's permission, I'm going to walk towards you.
Go ahead.
I'm not going to invade your space, but stop.
Right there.
Judge, may the record reflect the distance of about 6 feet?
Counsel, you agree? About 6 feet?
Well,
So wait a minute. She pulled a projectile taser? Are those even legal? For
I guess.
Citizen Zone? Because I know the prong tasers and the hand tasers are, but there's training involved with the taser guns. Yeah.
Live court gets super chats. No, this is an attorney that is covering this court case on his live. I
I'll
could
be right
not
back. 2
easily
seconds.
find the cases.
I'm getting my phone.
Fair. I could not easily find the cases raw, so I decided I would watch them this way. And we'll wait for Ava to get back before we continue. Again, we're not going to watch this whole video start to finish. It's about an hour. We're watching the first 2 cases because the first 2 cases are quite hilarious. Depends on the state. Fair. I actually don't know much about the legality of deployable tasers. I hadn't looked into it much. As for civilian use taser guns, I would assume. Well, there's 2 types of taser guns. There's the melee one where you kind of you have to hold it in your hand and jab somebody. And then there's the one that you shoot. You can own a projectile taser in almost all states but Cali. Interesting. How much are they? Projectile taser gun. Flashlight. Tiny taser. I could get a projectile taser gun for $1,700. It's got a 12-foot reach. Oh, I could get another one for $1,000. It doesn't say how far it reaches, though. 15 feet. 15-foot range, immobilizes an attacker for up to 5 seconds. Built-in taser-assisted targeting for enhanced accuracy. What the fuck does that mean? Contact stun for close encounters. High visibility design, easy to locate and handle for emergencies. Apparently, each cartridge for the taser is $70. The holster for it's $100. It's a holster.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Chicken
Yeah,
tendies.
you can buy a deployable civilian taser for as low as $1,000 from
Okay,
the
I
actual
didn't know
taser
that.
brand.
Oh wow, okay. Oh, so there
each
are civilian versions.
Yeah, each cartridge costs $70 though.
Oh my god. I want to spend $70 per shot.
Yeah, the if you want a holster for it, that's another $100.
Okay, you know what? That's just getting weird now.
But it does have a 15-foot deployment range.
My fucking
And it
god.
says it has some sort of like patented assisted targeting. I had no idea how that works. They're trying to sell the civvies on auto aim, which no idea how that would even work. They can't charge civilians less than the government, otherwise the government would buy at the civilian rate. That's also true.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Your Honor,
That's right, you don't have to jump up for me.
I'm not sure that I can agree because the distance is an element, we believe, of the case that we're not going to sit.
Okay.
The actual.
Yeah, so the defendant has said that the lady was 6 foot away when she pulled out her taser, and the other attorney is going to say that they won't stipulate to 6 feet because they're alleging that the distance matters. Which, yeah, the distance probably does matter in some cases, but if you're like across the hallway from people in like one of these smaller building complexes, there's only so much that distance can be. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like we're talking about she was outside and at the other end of the fucking park with her taser out.
Right.
We were across the hallway from each other. There's only so much distance.
Distance.
I would say it was approximately 6 or 7 feet. Move on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, and this is one of those things I think a good attorney would probably just stipulate to, because 6 or 7 feet's kind of whatever.
Yeah, I noticed how the judge said move on.
Yeah, he doesn't want to like get in a fucking pissing match about if it was 6 foot or 7 foot. He just wants to be like, look, bro, it was like 6 or 7 feet. Shut the fuck up and move on.
Yeah. Welcome Billy Donuts to the chat.
It also looks like the judge might have a standing desk of some sort. I feel like he looks like he's standing.
He is standing. I'm wondering how long he does that.
It was about that long. Let me look it up. Just like this. It was, and then it would like kind of went like that. Kind of like the big old ones.
Did you tell me the color of the taser?
Black.
What were you thinking when she pointed the taser?
That she was gonna use it on.
Did she use that?
No.
How does this end? You said she pointed the taser at you, and then what happened?
I went inside and I had to go out my back door to be able to leave, because every time I went out my front door, she would start up again.
What were you thinking and feeling? Taser was pointed at you.
I was scared for my life.
Thank you.
Mr. Holman.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Sure.
Thank you. Miss Sigsbee, how are you this morning?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm doing my best. I'm Miss G's attorney. And my name's Zach Holman. I have a few questions for you today as well. If you don't understand the questions I have, which is entirely probable, just re-ask or ask me to re-ask the question, please. Don't try to guess. Mr. Capital will take care of you in that regard too. Isn't it true you lived as Ms. G's neighbor for over 3 years?
Yes.
And in that time, since you...
So just so we're all clear, this guy who is currently speaking is trying to prove that the lady sitting on his desk in the green hoodie was right to aim a taser at her neighbor. He's trying to defend the use of the taser. So keep that in mind when he starts asking his questions.
Gotcha.
Lived with her. Is it fair to say that there was a period where you were more amicable with her than you are now?
Objective relevancy doesn't establish an element of the crime or disprove an element of the crime. They can be best friends or mortal enemies.
This guy is going to object to everything. And sometimes I genuinely don't know what he's thinking.
I had allergic to that.
Yeah. So like what he asked here is maybe technically it's an objectionable question. However, it's something that if you've watched us watch court cases before, it's very common to be like, how do you know Miss So-and-so? What's your relationship with Miss So-and-so? It's kind of a whatever question. It's really weird to object to it.
When you start objecting to those types of questions, you lost the plot.
Your Honor, if I may continue with the line of questioning, you'll see where I'm going with this.
Without a response to the relevancy objection?
I think it's entirely relevant. It goes to the reason that the complaining witness made the call to the police. It goes to the nature of why the matter escalated in the first place that day, as to what she saw, as to what other complaining witnesses saw. I think to narrow it down to the element of whether Miss G had a taser that day or not is a little too narrow for the scope to that response.
Your Honor, she either pointed the taser at her or she didn't point the taser at her. That's what we're here to discuss. We're not here to determine whether they're best buddies or mortal enemies.
In fact, though, you're...
Alright, so my argument. This is an improper objection. And the reason why is because determining whether they were friends or enemies will actually determine why someone was pointing a taser at another person. Unless you're really, really dumb, you're not pointing your taser at a friend. So it is important for us to find out if they are friends or enemies. And it's an important fact for us to establish in this case.
We are, because one of the essential elements to describe is whether Miss Sixby was truly afraid of life. So if she doesn't know her at all, as she testified, or whether she does know her, and this is just an issue between the two of them, where she knew that Miss G was actually not going to go retrieve a gun and fire it at her, but it was a continuing issue between the two of them, then that does impact Miss Sixby's state of mind, whether she was in fear of her.
Go ahead.
So I hate to spoil it a little bit, but he's kind of laid it all out there at once. The argument that he is going to so brilliantly push in this case is that actually there was a long history of them being malicious to one another, so she should have known the maliciousness wouldn't increase. It's like, fucking what? Your Honor, you don't understand. She knew there was a pattern of escalating behavior, so she should have known it wouldn't escalate this much. That is going to be his 200 IQ play to get the lady out of this taser deployment, whatever. I don't even know if she deployed it or not. Yeah, Your Honor, it was a blood feud.
But Your Honor, it was a blood feud. Oh, okay, well then that's fine then. Obviously under the blood feud statutes of 1942.
And it's why, like, the other lady's attorney is also so stupid, because this guy's gonna say shit like, so isn't it true that you knew my client hated you and was escalating tensions with you? And the other attorney will jump up and says, Your Honor, I object. That's not relevant. Like, it might not be relevant, but it's
so his favorite thing is objection as to relevance.
Yeah. He's just gonna, every time this lawyer's gonna shoot himself in the foot and the other lawyer's gonna jump up and say, Your Honor, don't let him shoot himself in the foot.
You have to be really confident with a couple different of the most common objections. But objection relevance and objection speculation, I think, are two of the most maliciously used by lawyers who have nothing to grab onto.
Yeah.
And so they will try to slow things down by objecting as to relevance or speculation for everything. But I would say if you're gonna use either of those, you need to be goddamn sure, and it has to be clear and visible.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're all right. Go ahead.
One is assault can be proven one of two ways. It's either an attempted battery or an attempt to place somebody in
thank you
fear
for the
of
5.
something a battery with a dangerous weapon.
Oh, you want to read it?
You'd be surprised with how many people point tasers at friends. That's kind of why I said, unless you're really dumb. I don't mean dumb. Like, look, we're all dumb when we're younger, and people like, oh, hey, tase me, or you do bets for tasing stuff. I did a bet from my lifeguard teacher. Not my lifeguard teacher, Jesus Christ, my lifeguard, my boss, the person who hired me as a lifeguard. But he bet everybody a week's of his salary over a week of our salary that he could make it to where you could not take him down if he's armed with pepper spray. So like you get to rush him from a distance, and then he has to try and pepper spray you, and then you have to try and take him down. If he stays up, you lose. If you take him down, he wins. Or no, you win rather. I lost obviously, and spent 10 minutes wanting to dig my own eyes out, but you know it was real obviously very dumb.
Just a little bit, yeah.
But, so I don't see how this inquiry, and I'm not agreeing with this. This inquiry proves or disproves anything controversy. Might be interesting. Maybe a jury wants to hear the details, but you don't need to know those.
Then, Your Honor, it goes also into Ms. G's statement. And how well they know each other, it is absolutely relevant to what Ms. G intended that day.
I don't think her state of mind is relevant at all. It's whether or not the alleged victim was put in fear.
Well, then I stand by my previous response. I do think that the level to which she knows Ms. G, if she had just moved in, she's never seen her before, or if she's seen her as her next door neighbor for the last 3 years, is relevant to whether she was in fear for her.
I'll allow very limited questioning on that specific issue. What this witness knew about that lady's propensity for threats or violence, because that's what you're saying.
Thank you. So, Ms. Higsby, let me back up before we got a little sidetracked. I think my last question was, you've lived next door to Ms. G for 3 years, or over 3 years, right?
Yes.
And so over that time, how many conversations have you had?
Probably
Objection as to relevancy.
So I was right. His fun thing is objectives to relevancy.
And the judge is like, okay, yeah, I'll allow this limited line of questioning to go down. Dude asks his second question, objection to relevance. Like, can you?
Yeah, oh god. Here we go.
He's tanking his own case. Let him do it.
Probably 5.
Why would you agree to that divorce?
Okay.
Hell is Matt 6 first of all.
How many conversations she's had?
Oh,
you don't talk. Because I'll remove you from the courtroom. The issue is whether or not she thinks this lady has the ability to make it, if a threat is serious. That's what you were relying on, right? Okay. So whether or not they've had 40 conversations or 4,000 conversations doesn't get you there. Not in a limited line of questioning. So maybe you got to ask her specific questions about threats or violence.
Has Miss G ever before the date that we're talking about here made any threats towards you?
Objection. It's not relevant on the day of question.
The judge literally says, ask her a question about threats or violence.
Yeah, you can't. Now look at the judge. The judge is starting to get pissed off at the other lawyer. He's like, dude, you need to fucking chill.
Like, I feel like I'm just watching two incompetent lawyers try and piss off the judge more.
That's what we're concerned with.
I'll allow it. I'll allow it on a limited basis.
Yes, before the date in question.
I would say threatened.
Okay.
That I know. Like, I didn't know her like that. The first time I met her, she called the cops on me because she said I parked in her parking spot. I've always tried to stay away from
None of
her.
this is relevant.
Yeah.
See, why are you objecting to that?
You need to stop. You need.
Your client
look,
just
he
said the
already
first
allowed
time.
It. He.
Like,
Well,
the judge
my
already
issue is
allowed
he
it,
already
yeah.
allowed it. The guy's answer. You can't object to the same question twice, unless you says something absolutely fucking unhinged, irrelevant to the question, or whatever, something that really wouldn't be allowed to be got in front of a jury, in front of the judge. Fine, but if you've already objected to the question, the judge is allowing the question and allowing her to answer, and you object again in that same question, you better have a goddamn fucking good reason.
And, like, why are you even objecting? She's like, yeah, actually, I didn't know anything about her other than the fact the first time we met was her calling the police on me for parking wrong. Like, that helps your case. That's her saying, like,
case.
yeah, I don't know this other person. They've been actively malicious to me since day one, before we even met. And you're like, objection, relevance.
It's like that fucking attorney objecting to their own question.
Yeah, that one was great. That one was
but
so
you
funny.
asked the question.
Move on.
He was so frazzled.
I did not.
Okay, there's no question.
Okay.
See, everyone got confused.
Your Honor, I believe Mr. Catlin interrupted when she was answering the question that I posed to her.
So this guy studied
She was
law for
talking
my
about
attorney?
your client calling
Yes.
the cops on her because of a parking violation.
Right. And I believe before that, you were interrupted, you said that you've had about 5 conversations.
Very limited conversation.
Well, I'm asking you about those limited conversations.
And we object as to relevance.
Just let it play out, brother. Just let it play out.
What I love is just watching him even before he objects. He is so neurotic. Like, he cannot sit still. He looks concerned. He looks alarmed with every word anyone's saying. Like, dude, you need to be a little bit more put together if you're going to be in this profession. Like, a little bit more of a poker face, please.
Like, and his client's doing well, but he's acting like she's making these damning admissions left and right, and he's trying to shut it up. And it's like, what's your problem, dude? Take a deep breath. Let it in. Chill.
And in those limited conversations, your testimony is before the day that we're testifying about today, she had never made a threat towards you.
Objection as to relevance. He's not an element of the crime.
I'm allowing it.
She has not threatened me, but she has done stuff to
Also,
try to provoke
get out the
me.
whining like a
That's what
5-year-old
she
out of your
always has
voice.
been doing, and I thought,
Oh, yeah, no, 100%, I agree.
Yeah, like, what was that? That sounded like you were told
Objection,
no to having
relevant.
ice cream. But you said I could have ice cream. Stop it. I don't know what the fuck why that came out of your mouth, but you're like 30 plus years old. You should not have that. You shouldn't even be able to physically make that tone.
Like, defendant over here has an attorney who's saying, like, so tell me all the ways my client has been evil to you over the past 3 years. And then prosecution is over here like, stop telling them how evil she's been to you. Like,
Stop
that's
it!
somehow
It's not
bad
relevant!
to us.
Oh my god! Freaking idiot! Are you Napoleon Dynamite? Like, what's happening?
Yeah. That's what I said. I feel like we're watching two idiot lawyers trying to out-idiot each other.
Yeah, it's interesting.
forgive her. I just want peace.
What was she doing to provoke?
Objection.
Never done my door.
Okay, ma'am. I don't know, maybe you've never watched a show on TV where there's a trial. But when an attorney stands up and says object, the witness doesn't talk.
Okay.
Okay? Make your objection. Response.
Your Honor, I think if I can request for an instruction, if we're going to get the same objection.
Oh, Jesus. You know, in most cases, I would actually agree with the judge here. This is the one time I don't, only because this guy is objecting to every sentence.
Yeah.
I'm not putting it on this witness to not be able to fucking, like, play the stop and go game. People aren't used to being able to do that, and this guy is being obtuse.
We're actually gonna see this later, but I believe what's happening here is the judge is genuinely so frustrated with everybody that he's completely frazzled.
Yeah,
I think he
it
is
does look
starting
like
to
that.
lose his professionalism. And it'll
might
become more
be
clear as we
right.
go on, because this goes on for too long.
Oh no.
No question. It is an essential element of the crime. I am keeping my questions very limited to what you narrow the scope of this line of questioning to, and we're still getting an objection every time. It seems like we're clearly trying to interfere with the complaining witness's testimony. I'm asking very specifically about her frame of mind on that day. That is contextualized by the history she has with my client.
I'll allow it.
Internet Zen Master says, Your Honor, citing Hatfield versus McCoy 1870, this was a legitimate blood feud, and the court doesn't need to be involved.
Oh my god. That's pretty good. That's a good one. Norm McDonald was right again.
I find it beautiful.
Your hamburger on my front door after I went to work.
When did that?
Your Honor, we checked these are prior bad acts under 404B, and they're being introduced against her, his client.
If he wants to introduce them, let him. I get to decide that today.
He's ruling. Wait, Your Honor, we can
followed me. I got to make a police report after what happened, because she was following me and my daughter twice.
And when in proximity to the day in question that we're testifying about today, did the two incidences that you just described, to the best of your memories?
When did they happen?
Yeah.
About a week ago, 2 weeks ago.
Okay, so did this, my initial question was, times you interacted with Ms. G, my client, before the day in question. Okay.
We object, it's been asked and answered, and it's also not relevant.
And it's confusing. So this incident happened in January. Yes, ma'am?
Yes.
The taser incident.
Yes.
The incident with the hamburger and the following, was that before January or after January?
Before.
Okay. About 2 or 3 weeks before?
No, by a year.
Move on.
By a year.
Okay, so any other incidents of provocation that the term of use from my client besides the hamburger, hiding window, the incident of stalking where you call police?
Things after.
Before January.
I'm sorry, before June.
There was incidents where she would be like trying to provoke me, or she would try to get information out of me, apparently, because the stuff that she was saying on the day of the incident, information that she knew, and the only way that she would know that information is if she was following.
Okay. Yeah. My initial question, yes, I agree with Mr. Davis, it's no longer relevant. But just to close this line of questioning, was there any other incident with that, let me re-ask, besides what you've already testified about, before the incident in January, did you have any other interactions with my client where she either provoked you or allegedly threatened? Okay. Were you looking for a reason to call the police on Ms. G?
No.
What did, on the day in question, in January, isn't it true that your mother-in-law was involved in these?
Gotcha.
Or
I don't have a mother-in-law.
Objection. See,
Okay.
Prove or disprove anything in controversy.
Well, actually, Your Honor, the response is I move it to the day in question. And there is another witness, and I'm sorry, it's a familial relation, and I'll correct the record. But absolutely, she was involved. She bore witness to Miss G being there. And my line of questioning is about where ultimately the complaining witness was when the alleged threats were.
We have a trial within a trial.
Yeah. And she's already testified that they were approximately 6 or 7 feet away when the taser was involved. So I don't know what more you're going to get about proximity.
Well,
Yeah.
then let me narrow it down, please, Your Honor.
Try.
Thank you, Your Honor. It is this. My line of questioning is specifically
Drunk?
where were you in terms of
And
your
this big guy
proximity to your
attorney
doorway
is so slow speaking.
of your apartment when Miss G allegedly threatened with her taser, alleged taser?
I was on my front porch, next to my front door, by the farthest, like right here. So I just walked out.
By
You
the
had just walked out
Lagranges.
of your porch.
I just walked out of my house.
Onto your front porch.
Yes, onto my front porch.
Thank you.
Wow.
So you had just walked out of your house onto your porch.
Should I have been asked and answered?
Good hands. Go ahead.
And was that the first time you saw Miss G with what you believe was a taser?
Yes, because she's
Objection
acting at me.
TLDR chat.
Hold on, if you could just answer the questions that I asked you, please.
Okay, you
when
can
did
calm
she
down.
that?
She walked outside. She walked outside screaming, talking about she had a gun in the house. She was going to shoot me with it, and she had the taser in her hands, and she's acted 3 times that day.
Okay, that was when you came out of your house.
Yes.
So
Your Honor, excuse me.
where was it?
I'm being distracted by the.
I'm going to put you in the lockup. If you can't sit there without making any noise, you'll be removed from the courtroom. Do you understand that?
Are we talking to the green hoodie lady?
Okay, so my question
Yeah.
really was,
I didn't notice. Well, like she's been pretty still this entire time.
She's been making
Something must
comments
have been
throughout
heard.
it,
Okay, it's been comments. Okay.
but you can't hear her because I don't think they have a stand. They don't have like an active
Yeah, they don't
camera
have.
on
Okay.
the
Yeah,
stand.
that makes sense.
But yeah, she's been making
Okay.
comments a couple times. Thank you, by the way, to Baked Buddhist. Every time the judge says I'll allow it, I see that meme from The Hangover with the Chinese guy in my head.
when did Miss G threaten you with?
Yeah. Sometimes it gets really annoying. The judge needs to stop it. But, this guy's saying some goofy stuff. But, yeah, especially when you're really crushing your opposition, the witness is going down in flames, you're cross-examining, they'll object to everything just to stop you because it's just their case is going poorly and they just want to disrupt.
Taser.
Yeah, but
Was
like
it
some of it's funny
before you
because
went
some of
into-
these objections are like actually valid. Like this dude, I'm wondering where he is, what he's trying to get at, and where this is going to go. And he's been stumbling over every question, regardless of the objections or not, since this case started, since he got on stand and started asking questions. I don't think he would be doing any better even if he wasn't being objected to. That's how bad the questioning is.
to your house after you went in, you came back out of your house, both?
She said she stepped out of the front door onto the porch. Your client came out and they had the confrontation on the porch.
If I may.
No, you can't. I got 6 exams today and I don't need to hear the same stuff 4 times. So ask a new question that elicits new information.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, Judge.
Okay, where was Miss G when she threatened you with the taser?
On her front porch.
Where in
This is about
proximity
proximity
to your
here, oh my
house is her front porch?
Like
6 or 7 feet away. Sit down. You're done with cross. Do you have any redirect?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Put my objection on the record.
Feel free. Any other witnesses? Any defense
Yeah.
witnesses?
So
that's as close as you're going to get to a judge crash out.
I've probably only ever seen that twice in my life. When a judge says, sit down, you're done with cross. You pissed him off to the 9th degree. Usually it's, all right, any more questions? That's something that you would do. And that's a nice way of saying you're done with questioning this person. That's a nice way. He completely skipped the nice way because that wasn't working. So, normally I might blame the judge for being a little inappropriate there, but frankly, this attorney seems like he's a fucking brick wall. I don't know how he passed the bar.
Yeah. I'm kind of that way with both of them.
Selfie VTuber, welcome to the chat. Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, look, he was objecting, but this guy tried to ask the same question more or less 4 or 5 times in a row, and it finally got to a point where the judge had to say, shut the fuck up. We know how far where they were. They were 7 feet away from each other. You're done with cross. I'm done with you. You're out. So that's pretty much, you should no longer practice law in this area in front of this judge. Find a new court. Find a new area.
And then Big Buddha says, the judge is out of Fs. No, you can't, lol. That's what I meant earlier when I said I think the judge is like... I was like, when I said the judge was like slowly boiling over, like he was this whole time, like these two guys were pissing him off and he was starting to like lose his composure. And I think this is where he finally has like a little crash out and he's like, sit the fuck down, I'm
definitely.
done.
Yeah, no, I kind of completely agree. I'm like, what are you guys doing? Get out of here.
Any argument?
Wasting my time with this shit.
Yes, Your Honor. The witness testified a taser was pointed at her distance of 6 to 7 feet. She was afraid, actually fearful for her life. Thank you.
Okay, so before we get into defense's closing argument, I just want you to know that we're not done yet with dumb lawyer arguments.
Oh my god, are we seriously not?
I hope you're excited for his finale, his coup de grace, as it were.
Look, I'll give the other lawyer his rebuttal was very fucking short, sweet, to the point. I like that one.
Your Honor, we don't believe the elements of felony assault with a felonious weapon occurred here. We believe, if anything, the charges should be dropped to misdemeanor assault. And we ask that you would find that the prosecutor did not meet his threshold for a preliminary exam and would not find it so.
Because there was no testimony about a felonious weapon?
Your Honor.
I'm not familiar with what a felonious weapon is.
Wow.
So, yeah.
And you know what's super funny? This guy's got to be a public pretender. I swear to God, because as he said that and made that, and the judge is about to ask questions, he's putting his shit away. He knows he's lost this case. That was my God, dude, come on.
And yeah, just in case somebody in chat's confused, no, there's not such thing as a felonious weapon.
Yeah, a felonious weapon.
We don't use that standard.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
We use deadly, less than deadly, and
a felonious weapon.
Yeah, I know there's 3 tiers. There's deadly, less than deadly, and then I think it's I can't remember what the last one is. I always forget it. But no, we don't refer to them as felonious weapons. They're deadly or less than deadly. I do believe. I don't remember if taser counts as. I think taser can depending on how it was used.
I think a taser is potentially lethal, but it's typically less than lethal.
Yeah, I know states kind of go back and forth on it. Yeah, there's felony possession.
It can be used in a felony, but I've never seen a felonious weapon for sale. Yeah, no, exactly.
I would have gotten into more details regarding what Mrs.
Oh, you cut off my cross. I was going to explain felonious weapon. Come on, dude.
There's no way. There's no way.
Yeah, he's trying to argue that he
But
would
you
have gotten into what a
interrupted
felonious
me.
weapon is
Yeah,
during
but you
his
interrupted
cross.
me, so now no one gets to know. Shut the fuck up.
Not only that,
Get
but
out of
like,
here.
how would you have established that on cross? She's not a legal expert. She doesn't, like, you're not going to tender her as an expert on felonious weapons.
He's a weapon. He just know on these.
Like, if you were just going to explain to her what you thought a felonious weapon is, you can do that right now in front of the judge when
See,
he's
now
asking
I'm wondering
you what
if
it
he
is.
actually passed the bar because he just used a term that doesn't exist.
Yeah. I think the judge is thinking
And
that too. Look at his face.
Yeah. Yeah, wow. That's genuine disbelief. That is genuine disbelief in that judge's face right now.
It's like, what are we doing?
He just said, what
here?
the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, sorry, lethal, less than lethal, and non-lethal. I don't know why I was thinking there was a term other than non-lethal.
Yeah, non-lethal, less than lethal, and then lethal.
Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking there was a term other than non-lethal.
While the complaining witness received the weapon speed, I will reserve that argument for circuit court.
He's still making the face, by the way. He's absolutely
Thank
stun
you so
locked.
much for the 10. Yeah. Yeah, no. Now he's doing... Look, if his hand was just at his face, this would be an absolute face palm. This is the polite face palm. Right here. The King of Daleks, thank you for the 10. Can a judge call a mistrial if both sides are brain dead? I mean... Oh my god.
Court adjourned, you're both idiots.
Yeah, I just, you know what? Dismiss my prejudice. I never want to see either of you in my courtroom again.
Yeah, both of you out.
I don't believe that it's a felonious weapon in this case.
Okay, I don't even know what a felonious weapon is. Is that the same thing as a dangerous weapon?
I don't believe that it meets the definition of a dangerous weapon, making this a felonious charge.
Okay. Bound over. AOI is next week, 9 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
Those are the only ones from this particular case I had. The other ones are kind of unless you have something else you would like to watch on.
No, that's about it for me.
Fair. Really quick, did you see the update on the reckless Ben stuff?
I did. I saw his final comment, and I really only have one thing to say to Ben specifically, and that is you do realize that being careful with your language can absolutely still land you with contempt hearings, right?
Yeah.
Or contempt proceedings, rather, because an argument can be made that, like, we all know who you're talking about. Just because you say mystery company doesn't mean we don't know. This is too big for that now. You can't pretend to... You can't just walk around the company's name with clever language anymore. So, like, Ben, that video is absolutely a risk to you, and from what I see, Bricks and Minifigs doesn't give a fuck. They're going after you, they're going after Brian Mansola's family, they're going after the hundreds of thousands of dollars and everything. So...
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. I think I've said this from the start, is like there's clearly a lot of corruption going on here. But at the same time, like...
Oh, big time.
Ben is kind of just like a bit of
Ben
a clout
has not
chaser.
helped his condition, but I will say the most blatant corruption to me was the ex parte gag order.
Yeah.
For not to say it doesn't happen, because it does occasionally, but I'll just put it this way. Donald Trump, before he was gagged, had a chance for his argues to lawyer in front of that judge before the judge actually sent down that order. So, for a judge to take one side's words, give no chance to the other side to respond, and then gag order anyway, that is very rare, and it's very inappropriate. It's about as close to a violation of First Amendment as I've seen in this case so far.
Yeah. No, there's a lot of inappropriateness going on, and it's just not helped by the fact that Ben is what we kind of refer to as an unsympathetic victim. Yeah, nuisance streamer.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's what. Look, I'm sorry. That's what he is, and maybe he uses his nuisance making for good, and that can be, a separate argument, right? But what we saw, what he posted and everything, there are very real charges that he's looking at that he met the statutory definitions of. Unlawful surveillance, stalking, picketing in a residential area, which is a Utah-specific law. But these are things that he could actually be got on because he recorded them himself doing it. Him showing up with his process server. That entirely can be construed as stalking and harassment.
And I don't understand why he doesn't have like a lawyer in the background helping with this stuff.
He still hasn't retained a lawyer. I'm so pissed. Ben, get a fucking lawyer. What are you doing? I know plenty of lawyers have reached out to you. I know the civil rights lawyers fucking reached out to you. You've done more than one interview with him. So please, dear God, what the fuck are you thinking? Get a lawyer.
Like, have you watched any of his other videos since then?
No.
So I sat down after watching that, and I noticed he had a multi-video series on McCamey Manor, which, for people who don't know what McCamey Manor was, it was really popular to talk about it back in the day. It was one of the most extreme haunts ever. It was supposed to be a haunted house where they would, like, dump snakes on you and rats, and they would break your teeth out.
They wouldn't break your teeth out usually, but they would get as close to, like, you had to sign waivers and shit.
Yeah.
To even get into this place.
Since then, it's come out over the years that really there was never any haunted house. It was really just a bunch of really abusive people that wanted an excuse to beat the crap out of somebody. And they were using it under the guise of an extreme haunted... They were doing it under the guise of an extreme haunted house, but what they'd actually do is they'd just blindfold you, beat the shit out of you, waterboard you.
It was a full contact haunted house. That's what it's called.
Yeah.
You have no contact, limited contact, and full contact.
Now they've been tried to be sued a couple times by people that have went into it, and they're hiding behind the what do you call it? The waiver that they have you sign the contract. But they've done some stuff. Like there was one guy they brought in that they chained him to the back of a car and they drove him over gravel. Like just absolutely wild, insane shit.
What is this fucking keel hauling type shit?
Have you not heard of like these?
No.
There was one lady that was in the hospital for a month after going.
Oh my God! Come guys.
Yeah, there's pictures of her face where it's, like there's pictures of her face where it's so swollen you can't make out her facial features because they beat her so bad, and they won't let her sue them because they said that they can't prove which specific person at the haunted house beat the shit out of her so bad. And it's like that's
that's a problem.
Because it turns out, just like with the thing going on with Reckless Ben, which granted Reckless Ben was also involved in this one, but the police in the area are actually friends of Russell McCamey.
Yeah, of course. Of course. That's the issue with some of these. You go into Lion's Den and you start poking lions. Don't be surprised when other lions come up to fuck you up. Is it okay? Maybe not, but, it's a den of lions. What are you going to do?
But I watched his full series on McCamey Manor because I knew about McCamey Manor ahead of time. I've actually done like a lot of research into McCamey Manor before, so I wanted to see what his take was. And he found basically the exact same stuff I've found in the past. But he did the same thing where it's like, you're kind of also breaking the law too. Because what he does is he gets into McCamey Manor itself by like applying on their website, and they basically just waterboard him for 3 hours. Unironically, there's video of it. They just like waterboard him constantly, and that's all they really do.
Oh my God!
but after he left, he kept trying to go get more information. So he kept coming up with these schemes to get back on Russell McKamey's property. And one of them, after he gets officially trespassed, they come up with a scheme to get him back on the property by him signing up as an Uber driver, sending one of his friends into McKamey Manor, and then when his friend goes to leave, he'll hire an Uber, which will be Reckless Ben, because the area Russell McKamey lives in basically has nobody that works for Uber. So it's almost 100% guaranteed to be him. And it's like you're detailing this complex plan to get around a trespass order, like an official through the police trespass order. That's genuine stalking behavior. Like absolutely psycho stalking behavior, in fact.
Yeah, you can't.
And then he does it a third time, using DoorDash to get past it.
You know what's really messed up? Those videos can probably be used in these cases.
Yeah.
You know, not
apparently he
here's
was
the
in
thing.
a lawsuit
Now
with him.
usually,
I don't know how it ended.
Usually so if they are other suits and stuff, then it can't be used. But like his videos and stuff, they can look. He has if you can establish a pattern without it being prejudicial, like, oh, he's been arrested before, so therefore, you know, he definitely did this. No, but if you can show that he has literally a archive online of him repeating stalking and harassment patterns across a multitude of different individuals, companies, and religious institutions.
Yeah.
You could probably make that argument. You have to be careful. I don't know. I think Reckless Ben was especially upset and looked defeated because he knows that this might be the end of this type of content he makes.
Yeah. To a degree, it probably should be for him because he's not following. Like, you need to have a lawyer on standby. Like, if you're doing this, you have to have a lawyer on standby.
Yeah, how you don't have one on retainer and, like, ready to fucking respond to this shit is beyond me. How you've made it this far without one is beyond me.
Yeah. I did want to thank Internet Zen Master earlier for a 2. He said, what cereal box did you two get your degrees from? In reference to the 2 lawyers.
Oh, yeah. That was Kellogg's.
Yeah. And then Sart now says, what is a nuisance to a corrupt CEO, police department, and judicial system, but a hemorrhoid to an arsehole?
Yeah.
You know, that's also a thing. Like, he is a nuisance, but like they're a huge system. Do you think this one YouTuber is actually going to take them down? Until the feds show up and actually do something for once, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which I do think the feds should show up and do like a little bit of snooping.
Oh, you know what's actually really crazy? And I could actually show, because we are talking about Bricks and Minifigs. I had an individual, he was going through Kaiser, Oregon, and he just decided to see how far Kaiser, Oregon's Bricks and Minifigs was from him. It was 500 feet, and he made a little video. I'm gonna upload it to you. And he did really cheesy editing and stuff like that too. But he calls himself, you know, my field correspondent. And there's a couple shots he takes where it looks like there's still at least a few sets of Lego Star Wars in the storm.
Oh, so, because chat's asking what exactly is the Bricks and Minifigs thing. So it's kind of complicated. So there is a store,
a little bit,
not Bricks and Minifigs, who is basically loaned out a $20,000 Star Wars Lego collection from this old couple that had been collecting it for years. That store, for whatever reason, goes under and sells their property and like everything in it to Bricks and Minifigs. Bricks and Minifigs says there's $200,000 of Star Wars Legos in here. These are ours now. And the original store owner says, no, those were loaned to us by this couple.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't actually own those. That belongs to this couple. And there's
stickers on them and inventory done and stuff like that. And just shit's gone to absolute hell since then.
Brits and Minifigs says, well, actually, because you have sold the store to us, we now own everything in it. And because we didn't have a contract with them, we just own their shit now.
Which is insane.
And they refuse to give it back. They also start lying and saying, oh, we don't even have it. We never had it. They're just making up that we had this.
Yep, and then one of the new franchise owners randomly said, "Oh, well, you know, if you keep fucking with me, well, you're the ones who stole them." And then the Bricks and Minifigs CEO came and said, "Oh, you know, that area gets a lot of break-ins. Maybe they've been sold." Like, it's been so fucking suspicious and shady how Ben in general has handled the situation that, like, regardless of whether or not Ben is doing some fucked up shit, it excludes the fact that this corporation is doing some extremely fucked up shit.
Yeah.
Which seems to be, at least on surface, co-opted by the Mormon Church, which I'm sure the Mormon Church cannot be happy about.
Yeah, it looks horrendous for them. It's important to understand that, like, yes, you can have corrupt churches. It's not saying the entire institution is corrupt. It's saying the church in this town, this small town.
Ward, the 12th ward or whatever, might be corrupt, but it doesn't mean the rest of the Mormons in that area are. It depends on how they separate their churches, the wards and stuff like that. They kind of have like a little, like a province system, basically. And yeah, there could be one bad apple, but as we all know, a bad apple can ruin the bunch. And frankly, if I was the higher echelon of the Mormon, you know, leadership of the entire church, I would stamp this out so fucking fast, because this does not make you guys look good. There's they're memeing about the Mormon Mafia even to this day. Like, that's not good for you.
And yes, Art now has it right. So the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs has basically said that they don't have it. And then they came out with this new apology where they said they did have it, but actually it was only $100,000. It wasn't $200,000. And that they would be dropping their lawsuit. Well, now it looks like they're just continuing their lawsuit, so I don't know what all the talk about dropping the lawsuit was.
Well, yeah, Brian, I don't think responded.
Yeah.
Is a thing, so they offered me to, you know, oh, fuck you, you don't want our olive branch, we'll sue you anyway. And you know what? We're gonna get them to take down your GoFundMe too as well, and we're gonna go after that money as well. Yeah, I mean, it's really bad.
Yeah, there's lots of evidence that the cops are redacting information they shouldn't be redacting with the excuse
we have that in spades.
Yeah. We have a specific one where they forgot to redact something, but they did redact it somewhere else. Reckless Ben called them up and showed them where they forgot to redact it and how the thing they forgot to redact wasn't what they claimed it was. And the lady just says, "We didn't do that, you're lying."
Yeah.
Like, on video,
it's
caught dead to rights. We didn't do that, you're lying.
So, one of my chatters and now my impromptu field correspondent actually went to the Oregon Bricks and Minifigs location. It's only, let's see here, a minute and 30 seconds long, but here is what's going on. And I'll click play for you guys on my end.
Hello, resident Oregonian and Elfpire News Network field correspondent, Poetmancer, coming at you from Kaiser, Oregon.
Oh, hold on. I said it to you. Hold on, let me...
Oh, yeah, I got it. You wanted me to
shirt screen.
Play it
No, I got
chat.
the shirt screen. I can do shirt screen. You can if you want, but I'll just do it through shirt screen. Makes more sense. But here we go.
Hello, resident Oregonian and Elfpire News Network.
I have to set it up a little bit. Oh. Because I did not have a specific thing set up for it. Will this one capture it just fine? I have so many windows.
I know that feel. Noise.
Hello, resident Oregonian and Elfpire News Network field correspondent, Poetmancer, coming at you from Kaiser, Oregon. Yes, really, this is the Bricks and Minifigs, the one you're thinking of. Now, it hasn't been vandalized or anything.
They still have the Star Wars promo shit on there.
There's no graffiti, much to my surprise. There's nobody hanging around filming and farming for clout other than me, I guess. But unfortunately, I can't stick around because I am in restricted parking. And unlike a lot of people involved in this case, I actually don't love getting arrested over and over again. So I'm going to be headed out. But I will continue to monitor the situation. Shout, I will hit you with more. So originally I was going to send these separately, but I might as well just put them in the video. These are images I took of the back. You can pause and examine these.
Okay, so
if you want, that first video to start this is the street-facing storefront or whatever.
Nope. Okay, there's one set right there that looks like Darth Vader and
whatever you want to call
else.
It. The only other thing of note is there was a woman walking her dog, and she stopped and gave the place.
Darn it!
Ava's struggling. You good, Ava?
Everyone just stormed in on me. Freaking, I accidentally hurt the cat and fucking a whole bunch of other things. Hold on, sorry. Jesus, people need to leave me alone when I'm streaming. I swear to fucking Christ.
Fair.
Okay,
fair.
So you can see a lot of the setup sets behind the counter there. Ella looks pretty stocked right there.
I kind of wanted to talk to her because she seemed like she knew what it was, but I'm terrified of women, and I was leaving anyway, so I left. Yeah, it was a funny story. I just happened to be in Kaiser on something totally unrelated, and I pulled up my Google Maps and was like, I wonder if it's close to Bricks and Minifigs, and it said it was literally like 500 feet away, so I just went over there. Yeah, it was like 7 a.m. yesterday when I took these.
But yeah, there you go. I thought that was cool. That was a cool little thing someone did. Little follow-up, you know, from our own chatters. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, if you're nearby, it's cool to look at it. Don't go around fucking with them, though, because you're going to get arrested by the Mormon Mafia.
Yeah, you don't want to get... I mean, Salem, Oregon, maybe a little bit more safe there. But if you're messing around in Utah, especially, don't do that.
Yeah.
Now I need to find out where the cat is after we end stream and stuff, because I moved it desk. I think I got its tail or something.
Oh, I see. Well, then I mean, we could stop there. I can search for someone to raid out to.
Let me see if my rating is even working.
I could raid out to Rima.
Oh, nice.
I'm not doing that.
My monetization has been automatically made limited for some reason.
Ew. Ugh.
I don't know why.
I will send you guys out to Cinder. I like Cinder.
Yeah, I'll raid out to Cinder as well.
By the way, chat, don't forget we will be back tonight for some cardboard crack streaming. I have another special package of Japanese cards, so I'll be opening that as well as some other stuff. But bye, chat. I love you guys. We'll see you all later.
Bye, chat. We'll see you later.